Hey, good morning. Answering questions and just kind of doing a little bit of tidy up. I had a question that was on mindset video number 4. So this is the answer to this question. What he's asking is the part of staying with the feeling without leaving it seems to be the difficult part. When you visualize to create a feeling and you want to use that to heal something, won't you need to change your visualization to what you need to heal at that time? How do you then retain the feeling when you've changed your focus? That is the key to all of this, isn't it? Yeah, because you're staying in a feeling no matter what you're doing. Do the two, are they linked together, and can you take them apart? That's a good question, right? And it's actually a really cool thing to practice doing. And it's what creates your subconscious programming, right? At the end of the day, if you really understand that, that is the trigger that creates the programming. You get a set of chemicals that give you a feeling, and you have an issue going on, and they lock together, like they, right? And it starts creating this pathway in your brain, and then the more time you repeat it, and you repeat it, and you repeat it, then you have this habitual pattern going on. So if you're creating a new feeling and you're trying to live in that feeling, no matter what you visualize, the goal is to keep that feeling there. It should be able to stay in your system no matter what you're visualizing. Now, let me read this question one more time. The part of staying with the feeling without leaving it seems to be the difficult part. Only if you tell yourself that's so. Like, that's a whole nother part of this, and really understand this. Whatever you're telling yourself is what you're going to draw to you. If I keep telling myself this is difficult, it's going to be difficult. I would start right there, and I would say this is not difficult, and I would put it in a whole brain state. If you don't know how to use a whole brain state, do my little course on a whole brain state. It's not even a course, it's a one-time session thing I did where I taught how to do a whole brain state, how to use it to clear subconscious stress. So use a whole brain state and change that first. It seems to be difficult, only if you think it is. If you think it's easy and you start putting that into your system and you're going like, oh man, I get this is so easy to do, and you train that into your system, guess what? It's easy to do. When you visualize to create, so this is the next part, when you visualize to create a feeling and you want to use that to heal something, won't you need to change your visualization to what you need to heal at that time? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You can talk to the system and you can say, okay, I want to heal my thyroid. All right, I want to heal my thyroid. And you can visualize your thyroid as healed, right? See it as if it's healed. See it as if it's finished. Pull that feeling up and then just hold on to that feeling, right? Go into your heart, go into a meditation and just swim in that feeling. The more you can get your system revved up in this good feeling and the longer you can stay there, and that includes your brain, you want the feeling to circulate through your whole system. I'm in my heart space, and that energy as I am inhaling and exhaling is shooting up and down my spine. So I'm activating pineal, I'm activating my gut, I'm inside my heart space. And inside your heart, when you do this effectively, for those people who have worked with me, they know this. When you get inside your heart, people think of your heart as this fist-sized organ, right? But once you get in there, it's boundless. There is no borders. You open up into this realm that just like lets you flow out into the everything. When you hit the point of the heart, that's where you just kind of move out into this open, expansive place. Your pineal gland is the same way. If you go inside your pineal gland, and it's like you're in a room, but the room has no borders. Your pineal gland is the size of a grain of rice, so it's really kind of freaky. But if you can get in there, all of a sudden it just opens up and you're in this whole different space. Want to know how to jump dimensions super easy? That's a good trick for you. But so on healing this thing, change your visualization to heal at that time. So think of the thing that you're trying to heal and then go into your heart and get that energy surging through you and just stay there. The longer you stay there, right, with that high energy charging through your system, your brain is going to start to react different. Your heart sends out a 0.1 hertz signal to your brain to start sending healing chemicals cascading through the system. The longer you stay there, the more work you get done, right? It even sends out a chemical to start changing the telomeres, the telomerase, right? It starts sending out this enzyme telomerase to start healing your telomeres. Okay, so you get into that high feeling, you just sit there and you keep sitting there. If you want to think about the thing you're healing while you're sitting there, do it, but don't alter your feeling. If you feel like you're altering your feeling, put that into the system first, kind of plug it in, and then attach the feeling to it and stay in the feeling and don't worry about thinking about anything. It can work both ways. And this is another thing. So many people teach, this is how you do this. There really is no one way to do this. It's whatever works best for you without sending you back into a stress load. If you go back into a stress load, now we've got to kind of stop and calm the system back down, right? If you're revved up, do your breathing work first. Always, always, always take your time every day to do those 10 breaths and calm your system down. And if you're ill, if you're struggling with illness, I guarantee you your system is in fight and flight. It's struggling. So if you calm the system back down and then circle back around and do something like this, you're going to get better results. All right? How do you then retain the feeling when you've changed your focus? You focus on the feeling. Don't change your focus. Focus on your feeling. Become so aware of that feeling that the feeling just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Where you put your focus is where your energy goes. If I'm putting my focus into an ailing organ, what am I doing? If I can visualize it like it's whole and hold my focus on that whole organ, I get a totally different result. And this is the idea. Look up Greg Braden's 3-minute Tibetan healing video. Greg Braden's, and I don't know exactly what it says on YouTube, but it's Greg Braden, and it's a Tibetan, I think it was in a Tibetan hospital, and it's a 3-minute healing session. It's a healing video, and it's how they healed, and you're just watching it. If you watch that as if it's you on the table, your mirror neurons come into action. It's really crazy how your body will respond to this stuff. So I'll sit there and watch that video as if it's me laying on the table and I'm receiving a healing. Right? It's interesting what you can do with yourself. So check that out too, because you'll feel what those monks are doing. And that can make a difference too. Don't put your focus on the ailing organ. That's all I can say, because you will just create more of it. Your brain gives you whatever you're focusing on. The universe, right, goes, oh, here, you're looking at that. Here, have more of that. That seems to be what you're interested in. See it as if it's finished. If you can hold your focus on that finished item, that's what the monks in the video at Greg Braden's thing are doing. If you can't do that, because if you have an ailing organ and you've seen it, especially if you've seen an x-ray or something, it's hard to do. Focus on the feeling. Focus on the feeling. You've set an intention to heal the organ. Look at a picture of it online, a whole healed organ, so you have a visual of it. And then sit there and just feel the feeling. Okay? See if that helps. Thank you for that question. That's a really good question. I will label this video number 5. Change your mindset. And this is like a huge mindset shifter. When you can stay and you can keep your mindset into that higher level feeling, no matter what's going on around you, that is the key to all of this. What state of feeling are you in, no matter what's going on around you? Okay? I bless you in this. I hope this helps. Please comment below. Let me know. All right, bless you.